Hello everybody. Today we are learning third declension noun endings. So, some of you may be stumped by these. They are kind of hard to learn, especially with the various top. But do not worry, we will learn them as we go along. Okay, so first off we start out with the hardest one, various. Now this may seem weird. It's not going to be Duke various. It's going to be Duke us. So basically you kind of use this to figure out the gender of your stuff. So it could be socks for feminine, error for masculine, and lancet for neuter. Okay? So each of these are acronyms. So socks is SOX. Those are the endings. Error is a lot of other things. You can look in Jam with Latin or even Henley to see what error is an acronym for, and lancet is also an acronym. So basically, these are all the endings that it could possibly be. So if it's Duke us, then it has the socks ending. Now, Ducus is also the kind of exception to the rule. So usually if it ends with SO or X, then it's usually feminine. But Ducus and Rex are exceptions to the rule because those are jobs usually held by a man. Or homo is also another one because that is literally addressing a man. So to figure it out, first you want to see if it is a direct gender, and then once you figure that out, if it doesn't tell you specifically, like with Luke's, you look up for the endings, okay? And then after that you have your, so once we got that down, I will explain this in later lessons. If you don't get it completely right now, you can go back and rewatch it if you missed anything. I would urge you to pause right now to get these into your head. We have our EMA, our ibis. Now with here's where it gets also kind of tricky. So as I was saying earlier, we have our endings here. So after that, you look at the word itself, okay? So for Ducus, for the last two letters, if they're both consonants, then there will be an I here, okay? Or if it's the same syllable with the nominative and genitive. So Ducus, that has a vowel right there, okay? There's also another way to tell if there will be an ium. So Ducus over here, and then Dukeis over here, which is the genitive ending, okay? So you want to sound out the syllables. So Ducus is 2, and Dukeis is also 2. So if it's the same amount of syllables, then it will be ium, okay? So if it's either or, then it will be ium. Now, Henley will say if it doesn't have either of these, then it is a noun like lex, okay? So that's really all you need to know. Just got to memorize these here. Ium or is really all the difference it makes when it has two consonants as the two final words before the ending, or the same amount of syllables. That's all. Thank you for joining. See you next time.